Atlas in the hot seat tonight.
And Atlas.
Goes by the name of Atlas the Bookkeeper. How you feeling, my friend?
Get that going. Please, guys, if you're going to contribute, consider tipping to get that moving. All right. So I showed you my new equipment, which is pretty dope, right? The other thing I want to talk about today, the last big topic, all right, is a follow-up on the whole situation with this detractor, Suprcrzy, who the other day publicly threatened to sue me in a YouTube video, okay? And he immediately opened up a fundraiser because the guy's broke, all right? So he opens up a fundraiser to raise $10,000 for him to retain an attorney and try to sue me. What he's suing me for isn't even clear in his video. Like, he has no legal argument in the video. What he lays out is a very weird conspiracy theory situation where he thinks that at one point I flagged a video of his for bullying, okay? He does know that I did flag one of his videos for a DMCA takedown, but then I retracted it. And then he got his partnership on YouTube suspended for bullying, and he thinks that I'm the one who got that to happen, despite the fact I don't work at YouTube. I have no clout with YouTube. I'm a rinky-dink small-time streamer. He thinks I have some kind of pull and clout at YouTube to get his channel banned. Or, excuse me, to get his channel pulled from the partner program, okay? So he has this weird, obsessive grudge against me. So now he says he's going to sue me, okay? For what, he still hasn't made clear. There's, in the video, you can watch this 13-minute rant of a video. It's not coherent enough to even understand, like, what he's saying and why he thinks he can sue me, right? So it's very confusing. Where I had left it was this. Don't sue me, because if you do, I have grounds not only to dismiss that, because there's no grounds for it, but I can countersue you. Because you outright have all these statements in the video that you made about me, even as statements, defamatory statements, or slanderous statements, whichever it is, it's libel, right? On his fundraiser page about me. He outright says that I've done things that I literally did not do, and he has no evidence to that, but it has it stated on his fundraiser page. So he's actually raising funds over a false premise, which is hilarious, because that probably also violates the rules of the fundraiser page as well. So, I mean, this guy just says he's all over the place. He's got no leg to stand on anywhere, okay? So during my day off, one of my moderators actually contacted me and said, hey, are you aware that he went on someone else's show and went on this, like, crazy 2.5-hour long interview with this guy about this? Of course I'm not aware. It's my day off. I don't have time to waste on these idiots, right? And so apparently this Suprcrzy guy, again, if you're going to sue someone, probably the best #1 piece of advice a lawyer would give you, don't talk about it publicly, right? If you're going to sue someone, do it behind the scenes, get your legal case together, and do it properly, because everything you say on the internet can be used against you in a court of law. So every time he speaks publicly about it, he's just shooting himself in the foot, but he thinks that it's helping his case, but what it really is, he likes the attention. He knew if he made that video, he'd probably get some attention. He did, because I talked about it on the show. So now he thinks, now's my chance to go out there. I'm going to be interviewed, and I'm going to be a star on the internet, the man who's going to sue Darkside Phil, right? So he goes on this show, and basically, for 2.5 hours, he has a conversation with this guy who's called Pescatore, I guess. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. I don't know if he's a detractor of mine or not. I have no idea. But during the show, Suprcrzy says some of the dumbest things you could possibly do if you actually are thinking of suing someone. Okay? So here's the show. And we have a couple clips that I'm going to play here. Some highlights from this show that are going to showcase some of the things he said. And let this be a 100% case, public case and example. If you're actually planning on suing someone, do not do what this man has done, because he has self-destroyed himself multiple times in this interview. And I'm just going to show you 2 instances where he did this. I'm not going to show you, because there's more, but I'm going to show you the 2 instances where he did this. And he's destroyed any chance he ever had of having a case against me. Okay? By the way, I still don't know what the case is. I'm still lost. All right? So here we go. First of all, we have this highlight. I think this is it. Let me make sure. We'll go full screen. I guess that they literally opened up a PowerPoint presentation discussing how a court case goes. This is fascinating. Okay? So they think because they opened up a PowerPoint doc on how court cases go, that now he has a case against me because they looked at this. Okay? Everyone knows that once you open up a PowerPoint, that's it for the other party, man. They have no chance. Things are starting to get a little weird, don't you think? Anyway, so let's have a little here. So this is Suprcrzy talking to Pescatore, and it's going back and forth. And I think this is the moment. Let's listen in.
For the record, the only way this would get settled without me going through with what I'm doing is, look, if he wants to offer me some kind of shit out of court, whatever as they say, you have to refund every single person that's contributed, and then you have to make me whole as well, and we'll drop it, man. But you'd have to talk to me for that. You'd have to invite me on. I'll go onto your stream. We don't even have to be in a neutral place. I'll go to your stream, and I'm gonna grill you, man, and I'm gonna tell you, I'll drop this, Phil. But you have to admit three things, buddy. You have to admit WWE Champions is true. It's your account. You have to show your fucking.
The audio's too low. I thought so. I don't know why their stream volume was so low when they did this stream. So I guess I'm gonna try to like massively pump the volume, and I'll go back. Their entire stream volume is so low you can barely hear it. So let me go back a little bit. Let's go back like 30 seconds. Okay.
Look, if he wants to offer me some kind of shit out of court, whatever that.
Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Okay.
Or is it just fuck this? We're going to the mattresses. You're done with it.
No, I would talk to him if he wanted me on stream, but he has to understand, with all due respect to Keemstar and to Null and to whoever else he's talking to, I know the day-to-day shit, bro. You're not gonna hoodwink me. You're not gonna pull this bullshit on me. I know the lore, man. I know everything that goes on. I've been here. I've been watching. I would speak to him. And for the record, the only way this would get settled without me going through with what I'm doing is, look, if he wants to offer me some kind of shit out of court, whatever as they say, you have to refund every single person that's contributed, and then you have to make me whole as well, and we'll drop it, man. But you'd have to talk to me for that. You'd have to invite me on. I'll go onto your stream. We don't even have to be in a neutral place. I'll go to your stream, and I'm gonna grill you, man, and I'm gonna tell you, I'll drop this, Phil. But you have to admit three things, buddy. You have to admit WWE Champions is true. It's your account. You have to show your fucking account. That's number one. Number two, you have to admit you've been feigning distress for years. And he's partially kind of admitted it, but he's kind of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge type thing. He's admitting it.
Yeah.
He's been feigning fucking distress for. There's so much proof of it. Like, why are you? And then the third would be the bankruptcy fraud. And even if he doesn't want to say he committed bankruptcy fraud, maybe the judge or the attorney for him fudges the numbers a little bit. I can understand that, bro. But three perfect examples off the top of my head of he would have to come out and admit to, cop to, and then say, yeah, I struck you. I did it because you hurt my feelings. You made a video about my fundraisers that I did. Next day, he literally flew across the country and got married after holding one of his fundraisers.
I bet you he just saw.
So anyway, and then they continue on. So what Suprcrzy just said, if he doesn't realize, or actually probably doesn't, because that doesn't sound very smart, it's literally disqualified him from any chance of ever having any kind of court case against me. Did you hear what he just said? He said, I would consider canceling this whole lawsuit against Phil if he has me on his show and if he admits such and such and such, okay? That's extortion. He literally is saying, I'm going to issue a frivolous lawsuit against you to waste your time, to waste your money, to cause you stress, and to hurt you, unless you do these certain criteria special for me. It's the equivalent of blackmail or extortion. And he literally just publicly said it in an interview. Do you understand why if you're going to have a lawsuit against one, you should never speak publicly like this ever? So now the moment, if he actually did file suit against me, the moment that we got to, okay, everyone, let's get together, this is the very first piece that I would present before it went to court. The judge would see this video and would say, so you have a grudge against Phil and you're extorting him with this lawsuit, case dismissed. What are you even talking about? Right? Like, what? Why would you go on the show and say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such an ultimate self-ownage, self-felching, right? To go on a show and say, well, I would just dismiss this whole frivolous suit that I have because I just really want attention. I want to go on his show and have him publicly bow to me and admit a bunch of shit. So that's what it is. You know that you don't actually have legal grounds to do anything. You just want to annoy me with a lawsuit, and now you're threatening to make it go away unless I do things for you. That's illegal. You understand what you literally just did? You just did something illegal. You tried to extort me publicly on the internet. And I have the evidence right here. It's in this video. And I just played it on my show, so even if this guy deletes the video, it's still documented. Okay. Let's continue, because, ladies and gentlemen, that's not even the end of it. I have a little clip to play you guys from the very same show. This is later on in the show. Let's listen to this one.
A ton of videos about this guy. I have slandered him. I can publicly admit it. I've slandered him, but it's for cause, man. It's just cause.
I don't even have to go further. Did you hear what he just said? That's super crazy. He says, I have made a ton of videos about this guy. I have slandered him, but it's slander for a good cause, a just cause. He just publicly admitted to multiple crimes against me because he says, I've made a ton of videos. So he's made a ton. Oh, you guys couldn't hear it? Okay, hold on. What is it to go back 10 seconds, Jay? We'll go back 20 seconds, okay? And I'll make it louder because some people said they couldn't hear it. Yeah, I know. Their video volume is so low that I have my volume maxed, and you guys probably still can't hear it. Let's try again. Ready?
He just read it out.
I was
And
just
then
trying
he
to
was
use
like, "Oh,
bigger
I feel
names as
bad for this
examples.
guy."
Mhm.
It's clown shoes.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good, man. Like I said, if he wants to talk to me, I will talk to him. I've made a ton of videos about this guy. I have slandered him. I can publicly admit it. I've slandered him, but it's for cause, man. It's just cause.
I've made a ton of videos about this guy, and it's all slander. I have slandered him, but it's for a cause. It's a just cause. He literally admits to a crime on this interview. He admits he'll make it all go away if I have him on my show and give him a venue to talk and get attention. So that's what it's all about. He literally just twice admitted, first he extorted me. He's trying to blackmail me into being on my show. And then he admits that he committed crimes against me. I mean, again, guys, did I not say all this will come to fruition? All the karma will swing back and I don't have to lift a finger? I didn't tell the guy to go on this show. I advised against it. Do you remember the other day when we covered this at first? I said, I advise this guy, if he's going to do a lawsuit, he's quiet. He just stays quiet. And he just does what he needs to do. But I advise he cancels it because he has no case. Instead, he went on a show and completely destroyed any argument he had. He has literally no case against me because twice in here he has admitted to extortion, blackmail, and slander. What judge in their right mind would say, I like this case? This sounds like a slam dunk. Right? So anyway, now we know what it's all about. It's not about that he actually thinks that this is going to get me to change for the better. He's some kind of a crusader for good. No, he wants to be on my show. He wants to be the detractor that got on the Level 1 podcast, and the king bent the knee to Suprcrzy so that he wouldn't sue him. No, you're never going to be on this show. You're delusional. Your name is Suprcrzy. We need to get you a jacket because you're a harm to yourself and others around you. It's pretty obvious at this point. Your behavior is not rational. I mean, it's either incredible stupidity, which I would hope it's not. I would hope there's something else going on there. Maybe it really is just incredible stupidity. Maybe that's what it is, but man, you're dumb. Like what you just did, this is the last thing you should have done, is go on to this guy's show. And by the way, what's hilarious about this is all you need to do is scroll down to the comments on this show. And I swear to you, I didn't filter these comments. I just clicked on the ones that were available. First comment, man, this is just my opinion, but Suprcrzy lost the fucking plot. I was under the assumption detracting for DSP was something we did for fun and to laugh at Phil, right? In the beginning, he said something like, if you're just going to trash on me and lie about it, I'm not going to take that shit. Other people might, but fuck that. Bro, Phil lies. Every detractor knows this. Plenty of other detractors have gotten struck and subsequently reinstated. Funnily enough, not a single one of them ever begged people to donate a total of $10,000 for a frivolous lull suit. They call it a lull suit, by the way, against Phil. I can think of one other person who said they were going to sue Phil, Pasta Miller. That went well for him, right? I don't even know who that is. I've never heard of Pasta Miller until this this very moment. Continuing on. I can tell Josh was trying to help the guy out by managing his expectations about the legal process, but it doesn't seem like he wanted the advice. His mind was already set on going forward with a lawsuit. I do believe him about being wronged by Phil, but I don't think he has enough hard or conclusive evidence for a case. I'm not a lawyer, but even I can tell that this case will either get thrown out or Suprcrzy could lose everything with a countersuit. It would be different if Phil sued him, but that's not the case. That's right, because if Suprcrzy tries to sue me and it doesn't go through, I have means to file a countersuit. And I have outright evidence of him saying that he slandered me. So I would win the countersuit. And since Suprcrzy has no money, that's why he has to do a fundraiser. It means that basically for the rest of his life, every single time he earned a wage or paycheck, I'd get garnishment from that. I want you to think about that. This man is going to dig himself such a deep hole. He's already obsessed with me and he hates me. Every single dollar he makes for the rest of his life, he's going to have to pay some of it to me. He's going to see a garnishment on every single pay stub where his money is going into my coffers. His coins into my taxes. This guy is nuts. We could keep going, but there's no point, you know. We could go to all comments, but they're all kind of the same. So, yeah, I think case closed. At this point, is there even another reason to address this man? I don't think so, right? At this point, I think we've now talked about it enough where we realize this guy, he's pretty either stupid, nuts, or bold. And that's not slander. That's observations from facts that we've seen on the stream. This is not, oh, Phil's just saying shit. No, this is from us actually, like, looking at what he said and done. His actions betray logic. So he's either really dumb or he's crazy. Super crazy. Get the jackets for Suprcrzy. Everyone, jacket him up. Get those arms attached. Make sure he doesn't hurt himself or anyone around him with his crazy unhinged actions and his insane irrational thoughts that he's spewing all over the internet. Jacket the crazies, man. That's all I have to say about that. All right, so I guess that's it for that, right? Like I said, with Duty, we flushed the Duty. He's done. With Suprcrzy, I think we jacketed the crazy at this point. So that's that. Now, if by any insane chance this guy wildly tries to actually hit me with like a lawsuit, you'll know about it. And yes, I'm going to be coming to you guys for help. I don't have insane amounts of savings to finance a defense in court. I'm just starting to make money now, no lie, this month since you guys have started to come support me in droves. This is the first time I've had the ability to even do anything for myself in a very long time. So obviously, yes, I would be having to come and look for help because I'm being attacked by some crazy person who thinks that frivolous lawsuits are a good idea. It's not going to go well for him if he tries. Trust me. All right. But we'll see what happens and we'll go from there. Let's hope that this guy, either comes to his senses or someone talks him down off the ledge. You know what I'm saying? If you know this guy, if someone is a friend of Suprcrzy in real life, or maybe you're a detractor in the same circles as him, you got to talk this guy down off the ledge. I have never hit a single one of my detractors with a lawsuit or anything frivolous like this because I know how stupid it is. Again, in the world where everyone takes an eye for an eye, we all go blind. We all want to make content on YouTube. We all want to be able to keep being who we are and liking what we do. If you start doing shit like this, you're going to destroy the system for everyone. You understand that? He doesn't get that. He's dense. So he needs a talking to. I don't know who needs to talk to him, but obviously he's not going to listen to me. He wants to come on my podcast. He's never coming on my show because he's extorting me to do it. No. Sorry. But someone needs to help this man. Okay? Okay. I'm done talking about him now. Like, literally, I have nothing else to say. So we're done with that. And that's the end of that discussion, thankfully. Because I don't like wasting time on stupidity. Okay. We've got shout outs to do.